Hi, everyone. I think this might be my favorite session of the entire Jackrabbit Connect event because I'm going to be sharing some game-changing, mind-blowing news about our newest integration, and my body can barely contain the excitement. Again, if we haven't met in person or virtually, my name is Amber Smith, and I am the product marketing manager here at Jackrabbit. And it is times like these where not only do I get to help you do something easier and quicker in your day to day, but I get to announce these exciting new features and enhancements and integrations that are truly impactful for our industries and what you do each and every day, each and every week, each and every month. So there's a chance that I'm going to share some things that you've never heard of before, but if anything, watch, take it all in, and maybe go back in and take some notes. Because this one is truly incredible. So I won't keep you waiting. I won't do the suspenseful thing. Let's get right into it. So when we talk about integrations, you might be wondering, why does Jackrabbit choose to integrate with other platforms instead of just creating the functionality within Jackrabbit? And one of the biggest benefits to integrating is that we can partner with systems that are experts at what they do, which is outside of class management, but still give you that functionality that you're looking for while we focus our efforts on being the number one class management software for you at your gym, studio, music school, swim school, cheer gym, multi-sport complex, whatever it is that you're running. It also allows us to give you the features faster. If we have to build things in-house, it's going to take longer. And when we integrate, we can just connect to a software that's already well known out there and that our clients are already using. So, coming later this summer is Zapier. So, if you have not heard of Zapier, I want you to perk your ears up because I promise you, Zapier is something that every single person that's tuning in can use somehow. So if you're not familiar with Zapier, and I will shamelessly admit that in the beginning I called it Zapier, but just remember that Zapier rhymes with happier because this is truly going to make you very happy. So it's a tool that allows you to connect your favorite web applications together. So think you want to connect Jackrabbit with MailChimp because maybe you've got a drip campaign that you do through MailChimp. This is basically making it seem as though Jackrabbit and MailChimp are directly integrated. They just have this little Zapier platform in between them. And when you're moving the information from one platform to the other, that is called a zap. And the great thing about it is you set up rules and then the zaps happen automatically. If you're still trying to wrap your head around it because you're not familiar with Zapier, what are the benefits? What is it bringing to the table? So more flexibility for processes. Who doesn't love that? An API integration for Jackrabbit with many other applications. So as long as the other platform you want to connect with is connected to Zapier, which there are a lot of platforms out there that are, I want to say there's like over 5,000, then you can connect the two as if they were integrated directly. More automation and streamlined workflows. Hello, we just talked about automation in the tuition tip session. So this is automating another part of your business. Better pipeline management. So if you are tracking your leads somewhere else and where they are in the process, this is helping you keep that pipeline going and moving people through the funnel with less manual effort. And then also drop campaigns for customer stages. So think about when someone drops from your program. That's not to say that they're not someone you can win back at a later time. Maybe they're doing another sport. You can create these campaigns that continue to nurture them beyond the enrolled stage so that you can win them back in the future. So, for example, think about it this way. You're setting up an automation that says when this happens in app A, tell app B to do that. When this happens, do that. So when a new student enrolls in Jackrabbit, tell MailChimp to trigger the welcome email series in 2 days. And of course, this works in the reverse way. So let's think about it in reverse. If you use a CRM to manage your leads, when you change the lead status to enrolled, tell Jackrabbit to create the family with the student information in Jackrabbit. Of course, these are just 2 examples of many. So how can you leverage Zapier with Jackrabbit? Think about the repetitive tasks that you do. We just talked about converting trials from your CRM and moving them over to Jackrabbit once they've enrolled. Personalize welcome emails to new students via an email application. Exporting student information that maybe you want to use in another platform. Or just simple tasks that don't require much thinking, but you want to make sure that they don't fall through the cracks. And this is just a screenshot of just a few applications that integrate with Zapier. All right, so to really put the pieces together, I'm going to show you a quick demo of a scenario that I've set up with Zapier and Jackrabbit. All right, I want to show you how Zapier works with Jackrabbit. So I've got 2 different Zaps set up. I've got one that's going into Jackrabbit from Trello, and then I've got another one that's coming out of Jackrabbit into ClickUp. So 2 different platforms and showing both directions. So I've already got these set up, and I will just show you what those look like. So for the information that's going into Jackrabbit, I'm asking anytime that I add a new comment into a card from my Trello board that is specifically identified here on the new enrollment list, it will search Jackrabbit to see if the family already exists. If the family does exist, it will just add the student. If the family does not exist, it will create the family, create the contacts, and add the student. So let's just open that up right here. So through the Zap search, the family was found, so it is going to create the student only based on the fields that I've mapped. So if the family is found through the search, it will just create the student in Jackrabbit to the family that's already there. So I've mapped the first name of the student, the last name of the student, the birthday, and the family ID that it should go to. So if we go back, the second option is the family was not found, so it is false. So first, the family will be created. We've got the family name, address, on down to the phone number. Then the contact will be created. Same thing, first name, last name, email address, family ID, and phone number. Here, we're just addressing the difference in the formatting from Trello to Jackrabbit. And then the student record is created. First name, last name, birthday, family ID, just like the other one. So let's hop over to that first. So if I come in here and create a card, the trigger is there has to be a new comment on the card. So I am going to put in a new student. and add the card. So at this point, nothing has been triggered. Now within here, I have added the fields that I want to map over. So the family name, the student name, contact name, oh, we got some confetti, hey. I'm going to put in a phone number. I am literally just picking random digits. An address. I'm going to add a city, state, zip code, and a birthday. All right, so card created, and it is waiting for me to type in the card. So I have put in a comment to move over to Jackrabbit. So what we're going to see happen is we will have a new family, which as you can see, there is no bum gardener right now. And as this refreshes, we should see the number increase from 61 families to 62 families. So I'm going to refresh and see if it. So we do have 62 families. We know that they are inactive. So we took off the active filter. We go down to bum gardener. Then here we have the contact, phone number, email address. It's also assigned that as a portal user ID. We've got the student and the birthday. We're ready to go and enroll. So in this use case, this is used to track new enrollments. So when someone new enrolls, maybe they were part of your lead management in Trello. You've got them in Jackrabbit now, and you're ready to move them along the process of the various steps that you or other staff members may complete. So that is information coming into Jackrabbit from another platform, and let's look at information going out of Jackrabbit. Okay, let's look at how we can pull information out of Jackrabbit into another platform. So I've got it set up when a student drops from Jackrabbit, that is going to be the trigger. And then I want it to put the information in a platform called ClickUp. So I want the information to go into another platform called ClickUp. This is task management. It can also be used as a CRM or project management, all kinds of use cases. So I have connected my ClickUp account, and I have the hierarchy of where I want these new tasks to be created, which I'm using this in this case as a CRM tracking. So the task name will be the student's first and last name. In the description, I want the family contact name and the primary phone number. And I want it to be automatically assigned to me with the status of withdrawal. And we will also include the email address. So I am going to go over to Jackrabbit, and we'll go to a family that is active. All right, so I've got all my active families. Let's go to McDonald. And Lila is in a couple of classes. She's in adult ballet, so I am just going to do a mass drop for her. And I'm going to choose scheduling conflict. All right, so now what should happen is, in ClickUp, we should see a new task created. So we see that we don't have McDonald's in here. And when we refresh, we have McDonald twice because she had 2 classes. So then from here, we can say, well, no action needed on one of those. Her confirmation for her withdrawal has been sent. And then we can determine from there if anything else needs to be done with that family. Maybe they get recycled back into, maybe she gets recycled back into leads at another time where you can start promoting to her again. But just the ease of sending information from one platform to the other keeps the manual entry out of the equation. Pretty amazing stuff, right? We've already heard from some of our clients in beta testing and the ways that they're using it and the platforms it's working for. And it's truly incredible. I really do believe that this works for anyone, no matter your business size, no matter what industry you're in, no matter where you're located. You don't even have to be in the youth activity space in order to get value out of Zapier. So if your wheels are spinning and you've got all these great ideas and you want to know how you can get ready, here it is. Here's your checklist. Data cleanup in Jackrabbit. So what do I mean by this? If you want to use data in Jackrabbit to personalize an email campaign that's automated, make sure any notations you have for yourself in things like parent name, student name, that is the way you want it to show up in the email. So if you've got a note about a student that would make no sense when that field is input into an email, take the opportunity to store that information elsewhere. If you're not already, get started with Zapier. Get an account, get acquainted with it. There is no charge on the Jackrabbit side for this integration. We offer this for free, but I believe that Zapier charges by number of zaps, so you'll just want to see what those options are like, but I'm pretty sure it's a fairly minimal expense. Decide what zaps you want to create. So map out, kind of like we did previously using the example, when X happens, tell the other application to do Z. I feel like we're in math class solving for X right now, but hopefully you understand where I'm going with that. And then get the receiving application set up. So whether it's something you're already using or you want to use, maybe you want to implement a Trello task board for your office staff now that you know that you can zap this information over. Get Trello set up, get it how you want it, and be prepared for this release to come out. And number 5, if you want access to it now, it's your turn to volunteer to be a beta tester. As a beta tester, you do have to make sure you're using the feature so you can give us feedback. But it's a great way to get access to the feature sooner and then also shape the way that it ends up. If you can present a use case where you need something to work a little differently, if it's something that's going to help a lot of people, our team is all ears and we want to know so that when we release this to everyone, it's working as close to perfect as it can. So if you've seen everything you need to see just from this session and you're like, Jackrabbit is the one for me, great news. You can get started today for free. And guess what? You can be on your way to automating recurring tasks and eliminating that manual data entry. And we're here to help you do it. Just start your free trial, get set up with Zapier, and be prepared. Now, if you're already a Jackrabbit client and you are like, my goodness, I have been waiting for this, and this is your Christmas present come early, please reach out to our product team at beta@jackrabbittech.com and volunteer to join the beta. We are hoping to release this later this summer. We will be officially listed on Zapier's website, and you will be able to connect without being in our internal beta. So stay tuned. There's going to be a lot of information about Zapier, and this is just the beginning.